Good day everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to look for s in this our equation that says s over 2 raised to the power 6 is equals to 3 raised to the power 6. And the first thing we say is solution. And if you remember the law of Henry that says if a over b is raised to the power x is also equals to a raised to the power x over b raised to the power x. So we're going to use it to defend this part and it becomes s raised to the power 6 over 2 raised to the power 6 equals to 3 raised to the power 6. You see this? So what if we say we multiply both sides by 2 raised to the power 6? 2 raised to the power 6. So it becomes s raised to the power 6 over 2 raised to the power 6 times 2 raised to the power 6 equals to this, of course, is over 1. 3 raised to the power 6 times 2 raised to the power 6. And this 2 raised to the power 6 will cancel out, leaving s raised to the power 6 equals to 3 raised to the power 6 times 2 raised to the power 6. And also, if you can remember, if we have a to raised to the power 2 times b raised to the power 2 is the same thing as a times b, all both raised to the power 2. So if we do that here, that means we are very correct. That means 3 times 2 raised to the power 6 equals to s raised to the power 6. And if this is done, s raised to the power 6 will be equals to 3 times 2, that is 6 raised to the power 6. And if we write this to be s raised to the power 6 minus 6 raised to the power 6 equals to 0, we're fine. You see? So from here, we want to consider what we can do to the equation to progress from there. So we're going to consider different of two square identity that says a minus b squared equals to a minus b times a plus b. But before we can take this, it has to be, the both must be raised to power 2. But here we're having it raised to power 6. That means we can factor 2 out of the power so that we can have this situation and apply it to our equation. What do I do? I have to say s raised to the power 3 times 2. So 3 times 2 is same thing as 6 minus 6 raised to the power 3 times 2 equal to 0. You see this? Our intention is to get them raised to the power 2. So if I want to do this, I will rather put s raised to the power 3 in a bracket and raise it to the power 2 minus 6 raised to the power 3 raised to the power 2 equals to 0. So from here, I have successfully raised this term to power 2 and this to power 2, and the sign is between them is negative sign. And if our s raised to the power 3 is our a and 6 raised to the power 3 is our b, then it becomes s raised to the power 3 minus 6 raised to the power 3, the first part, and s raised to the power 3 plus 6 raised to the power 3, all equal to 0. So it's either s raised to the power 3 minus 6 raised to the power 3 is equals to 0. We'll call this case 1. Or s raised to the power 3 minus 6 raised to the power, this has to be plus 3 raised to the power 3 is equals to 0. Let's call this case 2. So we're going to treat the different cases separately. And before I go on, we expect to have 6 answers because the s is raised to the power 6. So we will end up having 6 answers, 3 answers for case 1, 3 answers for case 2. And let's continue from here. So from our zero product rule, we have case 1 to be s raised to the power 3 minus 6 raised to the power 3 equals to 0. But we have another identity that says if a is raised to the power 3 minus b raised to the power 3, it's the same thing as a minus b into a squared plus ab plus b squared. So if this is true, we're going to replace a with s raised to the power 3 and b with 6 raised to the power 3, and it becomes x minus 6 for this, and this becomes x squared plus x6 plus 6 squared. You know, S is the same thing as 6s. So this becomes x minus 6 s squared plus 6s 6s plus 36. 6s is 36. Alright, same thing, 36. So it's equal to 0. Yeah, equal to 0. So it's either x minus 6 equals to 0, and from here s is equal to 6, one of our solution, or s squared plus 6s plus 36 equal to 0. Obviously, this is a quadratic equation, and we're going to employ the formula in solving this. So the formula says minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And from our equation, our s is having a coefficient of 1, and which is a is 1. Our b is 6, a coefficient of x, and our c is the constant, which is 36. So we want to put our values in, and it becomes minus 6 plus or minus square root of 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 36 all over 2 times 1. Yes. So this becomes minus 6 plus or minus square root of 36 minus 4 times 36 all over 2. And if you look closely, 36 is common here and it's here. This is 4 times 36. You can factor it out, and it becomes minus 6 plus or minus square root of 36. If you take 36 from here, to be left with 1, minus, if you take 36 from here, this is 4 left, all over 2. Yes. And if you do this very well, you end up being minus 6 plus or minus square root of 36, 1 minus 4, which is minus 3, all over 2. And this can be written as minus 6 plus or minus square root of 36 times 3 times minus 1, all over 2. Yeah, this is fine. We'll continue from here. So this is minus 6 plus minus square root of 36 times square root of 3 times square root of minus 1. But the square root of minus 1 is equals to I. So in the place of square root of minus 1, we're going to put I. Remember, this is over 2. Don't forget. So if we have this, we now becomes 6 minus 6 plus or minus square root of 36 is 6 times square root of 3i over 2. Yes. Since minus 6 is common, we can bring out 2. If we factor out 2 from here, it becomes 2 into minus 3. This becomes minus 3 plus or minus 3 square root of 3i all over 2. Now, successfully, these 2 can cancel. Our s will now be equal to minus 3 plus or minus 3 root 3i. And this is our second relation. That was our first one. So our case 2, s raised to the power 3 plus 6 raised to the power s equals to 0. And if you remember also, a raised to the power 3 plus b raised to the power 3, the identity says a plus b into a squared minus ab plus b squared. So this becomes s plus 6 into s squared minus 6s plus 6 squared equals to 0. The zero product rule say that this part is equal to 0 or this second part is equal to 0. So we're going to say s plus 6 is equal to 0, and from here s will be minus 6. And also s squared minus 6s plus 6 squared equals to 0. S squared minus 6s plus 36 is equal to 0. So we're going to solve this using the formula like we did previously so that we can derive our answer for x. So if we employ minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, it will be easy for us to go about. So our a is 1 and our b minus 6 this case, and our c is obviously is 36. So we are going to put in our value minus 6. This is a minus from the equation, and the b is minus 6. Don't forget, plus or minus. Here we have square root of minus 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 36. All over 2 times 1. A is 1. So if you do this minus times minus, this is plus 6 plus or minus square root of 36 minus 4 times 36 all over 2. So we have 36 here common that we did previously. We are going to factor it out, and then we have 6 plus or minus 36. If you take 36 from the first term to the left with 1, we do the same here to be 4, and all over 2. And if you do this very well, you're going to have 6 plus or minus square root of 36 times minus 3 all over 2. And it becomes 6 plus or minus square root of 36 times 3 times minus 1 all over 2. Yeah. And also this can be written as 6 plus or minus square root of 36 times square root of 3 times square root of minus 1. And like we know previously, the square root of minus 1 is I. So I'm going to put that there. And this is 6 plus or minus square root of 36 is 6 times square root of 3 times I. And of course it's over 2. We forgot it previously, so it's over 2. And I'm going to factor out 2 because we intend to do away with this 2, the denominator. If we divide this by 2, we have 3. So we bring out 2. What is left? We have 3 plus or minus 3 root 3i all over 2. And successfully this can be done. So our s is equal to 3 plus or minus 3 root 3i. So the 6 value of s becomes s equal to 6, the first one we got, and minus 3 plus 3 root 3i is the second one, and minus 3 minus 3 root 3i, the third one for the first case, and the second case we have minus 6, and 3 plus 3 root 3i, and 3 minus 3 root 3i. These are the 6 values of s that we promise to achieve at the end of the solution. So if you have gained any value from what we have learned, please share so that more persons can get access to it to learn the skills that we are displaying on this channel.